everybody, Clayton Ray here, lead guitar player for the Dallas Stump Band. I'm a newly signed artist for Ward Guitar Cabinets out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm very excited to be sitting here to be able to talk with you about my new cabinet that I got through them. Might turn you towards talking to Sean, super personable guy, hilarious to talk to. Was with him last weekend. Time flies. Let me give you a little backstory. I got this Bandmaster, actually. It all starts with this amp. The guy I picked it up from was like, hey, the amp's great. It's been checked out. Everything's, kosher. Just make sure that you run it on 4 ohm. And I was like, well, crap. I don't have anything that's 4 ohm. So I kind of had to get smart. Scrolling through Marketplace, could not find anything. Ward Guitar Cabinets had an ad, I guess, on Facebook. Realized they were from Tulsa and kind of got to looking at the work, and I was like, man, those cabinets are sweet. I sent Sean a message and just asked about pricing and stuff, which the pricing's great. You should check the website. We just got to talking, and I was like, so do you only do like cabs for metal artists? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, well, what do you think about signing a country guitar player to your artist roster? And it was just kind of like a super random pitch that ended up working. So there you go. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Let's talk about the cabinet. As far as the construction goes, I highly recommend you guys go watch Truck Driver Sean's video that he did with Sean from Ward Cabinets, because they go over the whole construction. But I can speak to the speaker pair being different than what Sean's used primarily in the past. He's used the Greyhounds through Mojotone, which are awesome. They're a super well-rounded, high-efficiency speaker. I really lean for vintage 30s whenever it comes to a lot of things, just because we actually had the conversation that putting vintage 30s in anything is kind of like LS swapping any car. Like, it's gonna be good after you put the LS in it, but like knowing that kind of makes it boring in a sense. And I'm not knocking vintage 30s at all, because they're one of the best speakers in the world, and they're top 2 in my picks, just depending on what I'm using at the time. But it's pretty much always a vintage 30. I want to do something different this time, since I'm kind of in a rare position. So I went with a Heritage 30. It's kind of like a vintage 30. It's kind of like a little bit different flavor of a vintage 30 in my opinion. And then I went with a Watchtower, which is like a greenback. Both are Mojotone. Both sound incredible. They don't lack low end. They're not really clangy or anything on the top end. They're smooth. Anybody that knows me knows that I pretty much only want to play Celestions. So there you go, Mojotone. These are great, and I'm happy to be playing them, and will be playing them for a long time. So, yeah, the only thing that I went with, aside from Sean's standard cabinets, is I did a 3-way jack on the back for 4, 8, and 16 ohm. It kind of solves the amp issue. Whenever I get like something that's 4 ohm only, that has no switching or anything like that. I'm gonna do a little bit of playing, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. See ya. There you go. Dad rock jam for the end. I don't know what that was.